So I'm interested in your take because you mentioned these tiers, and I don't know if you have any research or gut on kind of just looking at the domestic landscape of companies, what the distribution of those companies are, but it feels like a lot of the companies are in that lower tier state of being dysfunctional, or maybe a level above that. If you're an employee in one of those companies, how do you overcome the fear factor that to Jim's point, it may be incredibly difficult to say like, I want to mentor, I want to get better, because as he pointed out, that could come across in these businesses, especially in these lower functioning states, as weakness, or you're not good enough. In fact, I've had people reach out to me over the years, and I guess you could call it mentorship, asking for help, and then saying, by the way, can we keep this between us, because I'm supposed to be the analytics expert in my company, and I don't want someone to find out that I don't have all the answers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's private is probably the right strategy. Um, do things, I think there's a simple question you can ask of your manager or of your organization, which is if I wanted to learn, if I wanted to learn how to be even better at what I do here, would that be an investment that the company is willing to make in me? And you're either going to get absolutely like hell yes, or you're going to get something else. And all versions of something else mean you're in an environment where you need to keep it to yourself until, maybe later, like once you kind of exhibit the results of that success of the mentorship having an effect in your life, then you could say, hey, let me try to make it safer for the next generation of people by opening up about this, that I actually had a lot of help along the way, had a lot of great insight along the way. But that is, I mean, it is often and probably should be often a private investment that people make in themselves, particularly if you're in one of those environments, because one of the natural conclusions of getting great mentorship, if you're in a mediocre environment, is for that mentor to help you understand you are in a mediocre environment and you need to get out of a mediocre environment. If you are in the Des Moines Symphony Orchestra and you are a London Symphony Orchestra level player, you should not be in the Des Moines Symphony Orchestra if it's for any reasons other than you are personally very attached, if it's personal purpose at that stage. So, and a great mentor will help you realize that, will help you see your self-worth, because mediocre environments, these functional, low functioning, and dysfunctional environments are highly engineered, not even not maliciously, but just kind of the way that they're built. They're built to convince everybody that they're not special.
Yeah.
And um, and if you are special, then you have to have a way of getting that external validation and some of the tools to leverage the fact that you're special.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot with like people converting from employment to entrepreneurship. They're going to go reach out to some entrepreneurs. And I just spoke with one last week, a person who is considering entrepreneurship. And they were bringing up a bunch of topics about entrepreneurship that were, a little more tactical. And I was like, I have to tell you, if it's welcome in this conversation, I'm guessing you called because you want this type of feedback, that you're thinking about all of the wrong things right now, right? You're
Mm.
you're worried about all the easy stuff that is not going to be the real problems you're tackling. You need to be thinking about these things instead. And your mind is not right for entrepreneurship right now. Like it is completely misattributing what is important.